Give everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, we have an absolutely jam-packed show for you here this evening, and obviously it is Imagine Live from the Dojo, Volume 253, and we are occupying Imagine. We have two incredible matchups here this evening. The very first is going to feature the newly rehired, the newly reinstated, the Enigma Lucio is going to go one-on-one with the real deal Magnus Knox, and the gorgeous Gregory Open Invitational for the Imagine Live title wages on here this evening as Gorgeous Gregory takes on the returning Kanan Christopher in a matchup that could be a main event anywhere here in the state of Pennsylvania. It's going to be your main event, and you're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be free, and it's going to be live here this evening. We're also going to hear from your newly crowned Imagine Heavyweight Champion, all that Braden Elliott. We're going to hear from your former Imagine Heavyweight Champion, the Shape Jake Wiley. We're going to hear from the newly crowned Imagine Tag Team Champions, the Classic Rockers, as well as Sweet Baby Trey, the Coach Lance Payne, and the current Imagine Central Pennsylvania Champion and Carney King, the Sideshow Psycho. Malachi Gage will be in the...
Look, seeing as you didn't mention me, I figured I'd take it upon myself. I don't give a damn how the show goes. I don't give a damn who is coming up next or who's coming up later, because what I give a damn about is my Central Pennsylvania Championship. You see, my name is James Ross, and I am a low-life baby, and I am the rightful Central Pennsylvania Champion. And you know why? You know why? Because on Saturday, the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage, I had him beat in Altoona, Pennsylvania, 1, 2, 3, and he knew it. He knew it. So what does he do? What does he do? He slaps John the Ref across the face and gets himself intentionally disqualified. He screwed me out of the championship that should be over my shoulder right now. So I leave the winner, but I don't leave the Central Pennsylvania Champion, no. No, but the bottom line is this: I still am the champion. I have been the Central Pennsylvania Champion since February. And Malachi Gage, you're just carrying around a belt, because with you, that's all it is just a belt, just a prop. With me, it's a championship. With me, it is prestige. With me, it represents the people of Central Pennsylvania. So tonight, Malachi Gage, you face comeuppance. You face me. Meet me in the ring and get the ass kicking you have coming.
All right. Well, it's going to get good, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination. Tell them, Chris Sands.
Imagine Live starts now.
talk. It's hot in here. Nobody wants to fight.
We'll talk.
We can talk about it.
We'll talk.
Let's talk.
We'll talk.
Oh, it looks like they're
Give me a
gonna
second. Give me a second.
engage in a civil diplomatic discussion.
It's okay. We'll talk.
We don't always need to fight. We're not animals.
I have a feeling it's going to decompensate quickly, though. Tensions are high.
Let's talk, okay?
All right.
We're gonna talk about this like
Put your
men.
things down.
Put my
Put your things down. We'll talk.
If you
We'll
insist.
talk.
If you insist,
We'll
we'll
talk.
talk. We'll talk. Animals around here. All need to fight.
Oh no! Oh!
There's your talk.
It's a gory right off the bat. The lowlife James Ross has knocked the Sideshow Psycho out.
Talk. You know what? Hey, give me that. Give me that microphone. Give me that microphone.
You know, we always do this thing where someone comes in here and they hold up the belt symbolically. But no, seeing as I am the rightful champion, seeing as I beat you on Saturday, and seeing as I am a lowlife, I'm taking this.
Well, we are live.
Live, all the way live. How about that, Mason Lawrence? This is Imagine Wrestling, live from the dojo, and this is volume 253. And the whole of the imagination is tuned in for one reason and one reason alone, and that's exclusive wrestling content. We're giving that to them in spades tonight, Mason Lawrence. I know you love that, but before we get into all that action and anything I know you want to say, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, turn your alerts on, give us a thumbs up. It does really help us climb up that algorithmic ladder, Mason. What do you think?
What do you think? DC, I am not in the mood. Did you see what happened on Saturday?
I did.
Yeah, I know why you'd be in good spirits. This isn't over, okay? Okay? It's hot in here. I didn't have a good weekend. DC, you know, everyone was against Mason Lawrence. So, you know what? I don't want to talk about it right now, okay? Okay? All right! I don't want to talk about it, okay? And I'm tired of you. I'm tired of Imagine Wrestling. I'm tired of the roster. I'm tired of the classic rockers. So let's just send it over to the interviews.
Well, before we do that, I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, of one thing. We are returning to the Juniata Civics Association Pavilion on July the 19th for the Rail City Rumble. We're going to see wrestlers of wrestling past, present, and future participate in that Rumble, so that's going to be one you're not going to want to miss. Take it away, Coach.
Good evening, Imagination. I am the coach, Lance Payne, and I'm just going to get directly into it. This past Saturday, we crowned new tag team champions. And those champions are, let me introduce you to them. Chris Sands, Jimmy the High Flying Hippie, the classic rockers.
Coach, let me step on this side of you. Coach, on Saturday, that building was hot, and this evening, this building is even hotter. In the crowd, the Imagination, they were just as hot, but they didn't cool down. They supported us every degree and every second of the way. And crowned new tag team champions. And I could come out here and I could say a lot. And to Mason Lawrence, I told you so. I told you so. I could laugh, I could be cocky, but I said that we were going to win the belts, we were going to climb the mountain again, and here we are. And you know, it's just the first step of this movement. Jimmy, why don't you tell them about it?
Yeah, this is just the first stage, only the beginning until we see it through to the end. This is our mountain, but David Lawless, there's a fire on the mountain. And we're stoking it with ease. New tag team champions. More power for us, less safe for you. So, Rail City Rumble in 1 month, we'll be there to occupy it, just like we did this past weekend. It was warm in that building. The classic rockers were hotter than Tabasco sauce, but loads easier to swallow. You'll be seeing more of us, David Lawless. Occupy Imagine Wrestling. We ain't going anywhere.
Yes, gentlemen, everybody, that was the classic rockers, one of my new favorite tag teams. Now, next up, being interviewed is the one and only Kato.
Coach, thank you. You know, you ended up way over there, but this is the interview area.
I'm new to this.
Yeah, all right. We'll help you. Hey, you know what? Regardless, man, I'm glad to have you back.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you part of the Imagine family. Real quick here, I just got one thing I want to touch on. So I am very excited about this news right now. We got the Rail City Rumble coming up in just a few weeks. It's always a big opportunity to introduce new wrestlers into the fold. We got a few of them coming up, going to make their debut. With that said, we got somebody real special. His name is Extraordinary Xavier Deuce. Now, I want to tell you about Xavier. On God. This guy, I'm not joking. This is legitimate. He is autistic. But you want to talk about an athlete. You want to talk about somebody that's special. You want to talk about somebody that is extraordinary. But I swear on God, I read those comments. You better say something nice. I swear to God. Xavier, come on in here. Come on here. You tell him about yourself.
Thank you, KO.
Look right into that camera.
Okay. Thank you, KO. My name is Xavier Deuce. And yes, I am autistic. I am petty, but who cares? I heal from one reason and one reason only. The beast, the best of the best, a legend of the legend. And next month, on the Rumble, I will see Rumble, and I'll be in the match. And we're going to win that match. And we're going to beat the World Championship. Not for me, for you, Matthew World. And when I do the people, you can't do yet. You can't do that. I'm going to buoy the hair one for everyone to say you can't do it. See you next month. I'll be waiting.
Good. Very good. Good job. I'm telling you, nice things. On God. Coach, come on back in.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see that young man. I heard a lot of good things about him. But the next guy that I'm bringing up here to interview, it's my job, so I got to be nice. Let's bring out Sweet Baby Trey. Now, Trey, you know, everybody out here in Imagination knows. I don't know if you know, but let me explain to you. I started here when the dojo, the very first dojo class, and I was bound for greatness. And you know what happened? Me not taking care of myself and my health, I ended up having a heart attack 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I almost died, bro. If it wasn't for this pacemaker in my heart keeping me going, I wouldn't be here today. But you know what? I've worked so hard for the past 2 years to get my health back up to where I can walk here, I can be here for my kids, be here for the imagination. I finally came back and I'm enjoying every single thing, but then come along to you, knowing everything that was going on with me, you go and punch me in my stomach. I just want to ask you, do you think that is acceptable?
You know, that never even crossed my mind. I mean, I probably could have killed you when I punched you, right? Right?
Come on, just.
That could have been really cool. I usually have to stab people whenever I try and kill them. I kind of want to try again right now. Come on, imagination. You know the words. One more time. One more time.
Get focused, man.
You know, if you would have died last week, you would have had nobody to blame but yourself.
Whoa, hold up. You're not going to disrespect me like you disrespected me last week. I want you to understand one thing. The coach is not somebody that you want to have a problem with. We'll see. Let's get back focused and let's head back over to the desk.
That Sweet Baby Trey is absolutely remorseless. What What a real fiend. And I tell you what, I got to give Coach Lance Payne some real props. I mean, he didn't seem to be inclined to back down, Mason.
But he will. See, I've known Trey for such a long time, and I know he has that fire in him, and Coach Payne doesn't know what he's in for. He truly doesn't.
Well, sweet baby Trey might have that fire in him, but Coach Lance Payne got that dog in him. But I tell you what, we have got a match lined up for our opener that is going to be an absolute banger, and I don't want to keep these people waiting too much longer, but I do want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, tickets for the Rail City Rumble on July 19th will be available soon, so keep your eye out for them. That's going to be a show you're not going to want to miss. And hey, stick around here this evening. We still got a huge main event as the Gorgeous Gregory Open Invitational for the Imagine Live Championship title wages on here this evening against Kanan Christopher. That is going to be one heck of a main event. But before we get to that, let's get to our opener. Take it to the ring.
This next match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, Magnus, Knox. So Magnus, what do you have to say to the imagination out there?
What do you think I have to say? It is 100 degrees in this building. You know what else is 100? The number of days I held that title. I held those titles for 100 days, me, one man. But guess what? I'm not just one man. I am the real deal Magnus Knox. For 100 days, I dominated that tag team division. What do you think is going to happen when you let me run wild on that singles division? I'm going to dominate Imagine Wrestling. I'm going to dominate professional wrestling because I don't have an incompetent partner anymore. That's right, Mason Lawrence. I watched you and your idiot fumble your way out of the easiest win in the world last Saturday. I don't need this anymore. I know what's going on. I know what you're planning, and I don't like it one bit. I am standing up for myself right now. I am going to be the real deal Magnus Knox.
And his opponent just returned this past Saturday, Lucio DeVere. Lucio, what do you have to say about things going on tonight?
First off, it's hot as hell in here. I'm melting like a blue and black popsicle in the summer heat. My paint is all over my face. But that's the least of my worries right now. Today, I'm feeling extremely grateful to be back in Imagine Wrestling. A few weeks ago, I was fired when I received a letter from David Lawless. I was devastated. I didn't even know how I could go on knowing that this 21-year dream was over just like that. But Lawless, now that you're part owner, you might be capable of firing me and others. But you're not the only person that has the ability to hire people. And thanks to Cato, I've been rehired. So I'm ready to head towards my destiny of getting a singles title in Imagine Wrestling. It could be anything. It could be the Central PA title. It could be the heavyweight title. It could be both of them. And there's going to be plenty of chances, plenty of opportunities that I'm not going to let pass me by. I got the Rail City Rumble coming up. And I also have the Friends of Lucio behind me. And with the Friends of Lucio, I'm going to achieve my goal and be a champion in Imagine Wrestling.
Lucio Magnus Knox, that's coming up right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our opener here this evening. And I gotta say, the real deal Magnus Knox having some real choice words for you, Mason Lawrence, called you a fumbling fool.
Yeah, what just happened?
It looks like he's resigned from the acquired Revolution, Mr. Mason Lawrence.
Huh. Yeah, that's real interesting, yeah.
Oh, what an arm drag by Lucio DeVere now. Magnus Knox in some trouble in there.
You know what, maybe it's just the heat getting to him. Maybe it's just the fact, I don't think I'm handling losing the tag titles that well either. So, you know, it could just be, he could have been talking about Sweet Baby Trey. Who knows? But I know that, you know, you shut your mouth, DC, okay?
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm just calling what I see. And now Lucio, they're taking the head off of the real deal Magnus Knox with one heck of a clothesline.
You know what? I gave Magnus Knox a lot of opportunities in this company. And so how dare he say that about me?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, he seems to have the athletic prowess to earn his own opportunities here at Imagine, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but that can only get him so far. I mean, I am the reason he was Imagine Tag Team Champion.
Well, that may be true, but for whatever reason, he has denied his relationship with you, and it seems like you guys are on the outs, pal. He's now got a rear chin lock on Lucio DeVere, who was recently reinstated, proving that there are 4 members of that Imagine Wrestling board, not just the Gavel David Lawless. There are some other executive decision makers that reinstated Lucio DeVere last week. Or, sorry, not last week, on Saturday, rather. Ooh.
The less that we talk about Saturday, the more sane I can be tonight.
Well, I know that you and the Gavel David Lawless were formerly in cahoots. Are you guys still in a working relationship or no?
He hasn't.
Gator roll.
I'd like to say that we have been in touch since Saturday, but in all honesty, the Gavel David Lawless hasn't been talking to me.
I had a rough night as well. Now,
you know what?
A DDT-like maneuver, but look at the schmutz all over the milky skin of Magnus Knox. It's as if Lucio DeVere's bleeding black paint all over him, and he's rubbing that head with his forearm. How do you like that?
Well, and sometimes I would be supportive of Magnus Knox, but the fact that he decided to turn his back on me, you know, it makes me sick to my stomach. You know, I thought Magnus Knox was a part of this revolution that we were starting here. But you know, everyone, you know, has had a rough night here. Whether it be the Gavel David Lawless, whether it be Magnus Knox, you know, even Sweet Baby Trey. So you know.
Oh, there's a attempt at a crucifix, and he got it. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. That is it. Flash pin crucifix by Lucio DeVere. The Enigma wins the day. Oh, but the beating is not quite over. The real deal Magnus Knox laying it in on the... Oh, no! The real deal TKO. Wow. Making a statement loud and clear here this evening.
It's real rich. That is real rich. You know, Magnus, where was this fire when we were tag team champions? Where was this fire when I needed it? You know, now you're gonna come around here saying, I had an incompetent tag partner. That is a bunch of bull. That is bull. The only reason you are tag team champion is because of me. Because of me. You would be nothing without me. You hear me, Magnus? I don't know what's going on around here. The classic rockers think they can do whatever they want. Kato thinks he can do whatever he wants. Magnus Knox can think he can do whatever he wants. I don't care.
Well, did you get it out of your system? Wait, what is that noise? You hear that? Oh, no.
There's something missing. Something that should be right here. Do you know what it is? It is my Imagine Heavyweight Championship. My championship that was stolen from me this past Saturday. Braden, you hit the referee. We all saw it. But yet, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So you walk out with my property. You see, promises were made, Braden. And promises were not kept. And I'm not one to break promises. So, I'm going to do what I have the very right to do. Because I'm going to make this right. Let's see what kind of champion you are, Braden. Let's see if you're what all of these people say you are. So as of right now, I'm issuing my rematch clause. But not at the Rail City Rumble. I've heard a lot of talkings about the Rail City Rumble, and I don't give a shit about the Rail City Rumble. I give a shit about my championship. So let's give everyone a gift. Next week, here, Imagine Live, the Shape Jake Wiley retains his championship against Braden Elliott. The ball is in your court.
All right, the Shape Jake Wiley invoking his rematch clause.
You know, I'd like to apologize.
Hey! Have you seen Jake Wiley?
Oh, nice.
Have you seen Jake Wiley? He was just here. Have you seen? More importantly, have you seen James Ross? Have you seen James Ross? He's got me so disheveled right now. Where is my Central Pennsylvania championship? Listen, you. This is a call for help, a public call for help. I need the Pennsylvania State Police. I need the CIA, the FBI. I need the Secret Service here right now. Come to this location right now, the Imagine Wrestling Dojo in Altoona, Pennsylvania. My Central Pennsylvania championship has been stolen from my hands. James Ross has made me a king without my crown. And the worst part is it's in some lowlife's filthy, dirty, disgusting hands. I deserve my championship. I deserve an apology. I deserve some respect. I need Imagine Wrestling Management to fix this right now. I'm going to get back my championship.
Jeez, talk about pardon the interruptions here this evening. Everybody wants to get their say.
Yeah, and I would like to apologize, not to the Imagination, but to the Mason Nation. I got a bit out of hand here, and I let my temper get ahead of me. Things are not going how I want them to, and it appears I'm not alone in that feeling.
Well, your blood pressure did seem to be a bit up. I'm glad that you've centered yourself, but hey, we have your Imagine Live from the Dojo main event right now, so let's take it to the ring.
Good evening, Imagination. This time for our main event. Introducing first, hold on. This next match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it's for the Imagine Live Championship. Introducing first, Cannon Christopher. How's it going, Cannon? What do you have to say about the Rail City Rumble coming up?
Tonight starts the journey of me taking every single championship in this company. And I start by taking Gorgeous Greg's Imagine Live Championship. And tonight I prove that no one can stop me from eliminating every single person in this Rail City Rumble. By the end of that night, I will become the #1 contender for Braden's heavyweight championship. And you better not run, because I am the biggest, I am the baddest, and I'm the best opponent you will ever have. And I will become the heavyweight champion by the end of the night. And everybody is going to know my name.
and his opponent, the Imagine Live champion, Gorgeous Gregory, baby.
What's going on, Coach?
What's up, baby?
How you feeling, baby?
Feeling great.
Long time no see.
Hey, man,
Lots
it's
of
always
familiar
a pleasure.
faces in this ring.
What do you have to say about the Rail City Rumble coming up?
Real City Rumble. How about I talk about this guy right here first, Kane and Christopher. Fans of Imagine Wrestling, me and Kane and Christopher are very, very, very familiar with each other. This is the same guy that took a dog collar chain and bashed me over the head with it and left me beaten and bloodied last year. All while that being said, I cannot help but look forward to the July Wrestling Imagine show because it's the Rail City Rumble. The champion is Braden Elliott. It's been 2 years since Gorgeous Gregory and Braden Elliott has stepped foot in the ring for the Imagine Heavyweight Championship. You may have beat Jake, Braden, but there's one guard of Imagine Wrestling, and his name is Gorgeous Gregory. So until you beat me for that, you're nothing. I'm good.
Gorgeous Gregory, Ken and Christopher. That match is coming up next.
Superhero.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event here at Imagine Live from the dojo. This is the Gorgeous Gregory Open Invitational for the Imagine Live Championship title, and he has got his work cut out for him with the natural Kane and Christopher.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen tonight. A lot of things have happened tonight. I don't really know what is going on. No one is telling me what's going on.
And we are off and running. Nobody's telling me either. Everybody keeps interrupting. It's hot as the Charles Dickens in here. You're wearing a damn scarf. I got a long sleeve blazer on. This is insane.
Yeah, I mean, David Lawless won't get in contact with me. Magnus Knox thinks he can talk about me some way.
He did say some pretty crass things about you, but now we got these two behemoths locking horns in this ring, jockeying for position. It looks as if Kane and Christopher has got the upper hand, which is a position Gorgeous Gregory is not often found in.
Well, you know, when it comes to Gorgeous Gregory and that Imagine Live Championship, I know this to be a fact. He can get a Butterfingers with it. I beat him for that title before. So let's get Kane and Christopher.
That is 100% true. Now we got a headlock takeover into a cover. Almost a pinfall victory right off the bat. Gorgeous Gregory working his way back up. Kane and Christopher's going to send him off the ropes. Here comes Gregory. Oh, and a big shoulder tackle by a man who has a size advantage over our Imagine Live champion, Gorgeous Gregory. Kane and Christopher is showing his dominance here.
Yeah, I don't think this ring can contain both of these men here. I mean, Kane and Christopher and Gregory sure have a past of killing each other in that ring. But I mean, anything can happen. Gorgeous Gregory may be feeling the effects of this invitational. I mean, he's beaten, he's battered, he is bruised.
That's right.
He narrowly escaped the gavel, David Lawless.
As my understanding, both of these men will be contending in the Rail City Rumbles, and we know that Rumble rules are if a man is tossed over the top rope, he is disqualified from his opportunity at a shot for the Imagine Heavyweight Championship title. This is going to be one hell of a Rail City Rumble coming up on July the 19th, but we got a great matchup right now.
Fun fact, DC, I actually made my debut in the Rail City Rumble.
No kidding.
And let me tell you, I got major plans for the Rail City Rumble. And you'll just have to tune in and find out.
So your anniversary is coming up, Mason.
Exactly. And there's nothing I want more than to, redeem this weekend that I've had and win the Rail City Rumble.
And now Gorgeous Gregory doing an up and over. He's coming back in. Kane and Christopher's going to throw him over the top rope. Oh! And he just chopped him right off the apron, over the top rope and off the apron. Hey, that could have been it if this been the Rail City Rumble that we were just referencing.
Exactly. With how hot it is, that chop burned his chest like he was a cut of meat.
Man, I gotta tell you, it is not easy to get a guy like Gorgeous Gregory over that top rope, but Kane and Christopher did it quite easily. Gorgeous Gregory gonna make his way back into the ring, breaking that 7-count swing and miss. Went for a trip by Gregory. Gregory from Kane and Christopher coming back off the top rope. And a shoulder tackle by Gorgeous Gregory on Kane and Christopher this time.
I mean, you gotta give it to both men in here. We are not kidding. It is extremely hot in this building. And for them to stay as agile as they are.
Oh! A hip toss counter, another hip toss counter followed by a Gorgeous Gregory drop kick. Kane and Christopher hang on to that top rope, giving a big boot to Gorgeous Gregory. Oh, over the top rope again! Oh, but he held on.
We're getting glimpses
He
of
went over that top rope once again.
maybe getting a glimpse of a spoiler for the Rail City Rumble here for Gorgeous Gregory.
You know, you might be right, Mason.
I know I am.
Oh, drop kick, and now on the ring, but over the top rope and out of the ring once again. He is on the floor, holding that right knee.
And at this point, this is when you would hear Gorgeous Gregory has been eliminated.
Wow, you just don't see a guy of Gorgeous Gregory's size and athletic prowess being manhandled like this. Kane and Christopher showing his dominance. And if he can wheel Gorgeous Gregory over that top rope with that kind of ease, he could do it to all other participants in that Rail City Rumble. He might be a shoo-in.
Absolutely. I mean, Gorgeous Gregory can't stay inside this ring.
Oh.
What chances do you think he has going into the Rail City Rumble?
Yeah, and it did not take Kane and Christopher long.
It won't just be Kane and Christopher either. It'll be many men.
Oh, what a snap suplex with authority. Gorgeous Gregory in some real trouble. That Imagine Live title in some real jeopardy here this evening. You ever watch Jeopardy?
I do not have time.
Through the middle rope that time, so that would not have constituted an elimination in the Rail City Rumble, but still with ease. And Gorgeous Gregory on the floor yet again. It seems as if Kane and Christopher is really trying to make a statement not only to Gorgeous Gregory, but to the whole of the Imagination here this evening.
You know, DC, you know who is my pick to win the Rail City Rumble? If hypothetically I were to, I won't get eliminated from the Rail City Rumble, you know who my pick is?
You?
I said, are you listening to me? I said if I were, hypothetically, which won't happen because I'm amazing and I'm awesome. Hypothetically, who would I pick? I would pick the Gavel David Lawless.
Oh, Jesus.
He is the man to take this company and skyrocket it. You know, if only he can return my calls, we can discuss strategy for the Rail City Rumble.
My impressions are he's probably still licking his wounds from Saturday night. Gorgeous Gregory is... Oh, now racked on that middle rope, getting the life choked out of him, Mason.
I mean, that is what happens when you aren't prepared for one Kane and Christopher.
Oh! Kicked him right in the face! The nose, the lips, the teeth!
See, that's what happens. When you go down to the outside and you're on the apron, you get right back inside that ring. Gorgeous Gregory can learn a thing or two from that strategy.
You are absolutely correct. I will not correct you there.
You know, DC, you are so much better than Mike Zeke. Mike Zeke can never agree with me on anything, but you are here, you know, just absolutely going with everything here.
But hey, listen, when you're right, and you're right. Kane and Christopher has been absolutely dominant. He's thrown Gorgeous Gregory over the top rope and onto the floor 3 or 4 times. Gorgeous Gregory has not yet accomplished that one solitary time here in this match, and that is not a good sign leading into this Rail City Rumble on July the 19th. Here comes Gregory. Oh, big back elbow by Kane and Christopher. Man, you just cannot understate how infrequently Gregory has been in this position.
I can think of a time, whenever I beat Gorgeous Gregory for the Imagine Live title. So it's not hard to put him in that position.
That is the 5th time Gorgeous Gregory's gone over the top rope and onto the floor.
And unfortunately for Gregory, it only takes one. It only takes one time to fall down to the outside.
Like I said, Mason, when you're right, you're right. Oh! Stomping on his sternum.
2, 3.
Well, you cannot win this particular match by being thrown over the top rope. You got to win it in the confines of the ring, so both men got to get back in there.
And right now, Gorgeous Gregory's feet are like magnets to the floor. He can't stay away from it.
Magnus Knox. Huh? You like that little play on words? He's choking him.
Don't say that name around me right now.
I'm sorry.
You understand how sensitive I am.
I
right
do.
now.
What does he mean when he says bumble fumble? What does bumble
I
fumble
don't
mean?
even know. I don't know anything that's going on right now, and I wish I could tell you.
That sounds like a character on that show, The Wuzzles. Bumble fumble. You remember The Wuzzles?
I think you might be a bit
yeah.
for this entire audience to understand what you just said.
Old as dirt, long in the tooth. And Gorgeous Gregory is sucking air in there. It is hot, and these guys are feeling the full effects of this heat wave. Went for a back elbow. Gorgeous Gregory ducked, reversed. Stun gun! Patented Gorgeous Gregory offense. He does have a window of opportunity right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't brought this up, but I'm going to bring it up now. If you want to get yourself some good tie-dyed attire, get yourself down to the Flying Hippie Tie-Dye Facebook page. Place your order. Use the promotion code 253 to get, I don't know, a certain percentage off. 5% off.
7.
They are at 7 right now. This might be a double count out, Mason.
Oh. Well,
8.
That'd be such an anticlimactic way to end this match.
Hey, it happens sometimes.
I want to see a new champion, honestly.
Oh, he took his head off with that clothesline. Gorgeous Gregory swinging another one. He's got signs of life in there.
Yeah. You're a window guy, DC. You know a lot about a window of opportunity.
Oh my God. Kane and Christopher will not go over that top rope. What incredible effort it's going to take to eliminate him on the 19th. Oh, he kicked him right in the crook of the elbow.
If he can't eliminate him now, how is he going to eliminate him in July?
Up goes Kane, down the sidewalk, slips over for pinfall cover 1 and 2. Almost secured a victory there. Gorgeous Gregory is going to fight hard to retain that Imagine Live title here this evening. If he does, Kane and Christopher could very well be crowned the new Imagine Live champion.
Which I think is a breath of fresh air for this company.
It certainly would obligate him to be here week in and week out, which would not be a bad thing, a presence of his dominance. Oh! The Claymore kick right in the puss of Gorgeous Gregory, and now I cover.
I don't think that's where he hit him. To be honest with you, I think he hit him in the face, not in that region, DC.
Listen, that's what they call it. You ever hear of like a sour puss? It means you have a sad face on. You're young. You don't know from these old sayings and colloquialisms.
I think this is still a family show.
Out over the top again. But Gorgeous Gregory's feet did not touch, which not relevant here this evening. But I like to make mention.
DC, what do you have in that bottle in this desk here? I'm a bit worried about you.
Well, that is water and vodka.
You know, my father, he can pay for some help for you, DC.
Is he gonna buy the next round?
Never mind. They're both on the apron here. This could be another elimination for Gorgeous Gregory.
And this is going to be so telling. They are shot for shot, teetering on the apron. John is correct. They do both have to get back in the ring.
If Gorgeous Gregory isn't careful, he's going to fall right into Statler and Waldorf here, sitting in their tents, holding what used to be my titles.
Let's go, guys. Let's get back.
Oh, both striking each other at the same time, and again, both making contact. Oh, do you hear that? Fist smacking flesh.
Back in the ring. Come on. Let's get it back in the ring, guys. Let's do this right.
John, the ref, pleading with them to get back in the ring. John Williams had a hell of a night on Saturday, too.
Yeah. Get back in the ring, guys.
Still jockeying for position. Blow for blow, punch for punch, neither men wanting to give.
You know, I'd like to see John the Ref in the Rail City Rumble. I think he could do some good things in that Rumble. Oh, whoa! Both men eliminated.
Let's go, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Both men down on the outside.
5.
Oh, no. We're at 5 already. 6.
7.
Surprised John can count this high.
8.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
9.
9.
10.
That's a double count out. A double count out.
I'm going to try and call my father. I'll leave him to it.
Oh, no! No! Kane and Christopher continuing the onslaught of attack against Gorgeous Gregory, the champion. He takes him out with a big boot. John Williams struggling to get control in there, and Boris Gregory out the back. He's gonna hit that DDG, but no, he's going out and over onto the floor again.
It's over. Break it out. It's over. Come on. Match is over.
July 19th, baby. Brady, I'm coming for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, I do find it incumbent upon myself to address you here this evening. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Saturday, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about where we're headed moving forward. You see, a win is a win is a win, and I am grateful that myself and all that Braden Elliott were able to defeat the team of the Shape Jake Wiley and the Big Star. I was grateful to help my friend, all that Braden Elliott, earn himself a chance to win back that Imagine Heavyweight Championship title. Hell, I was grateful to participate in helping give you, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, the champion that they deserve in all that Braden Elliott, but something just doesn't sit quite right with me. You see, the Big Star's shoulders were not the shoulders that were pinned to that mat for the 1, 2, 3. It was the Shape Jake Wiley's, and I know, Big Star, how your twisted little psychology works. I know how you protect yourself from the truth that you are a piece of trash. And as long as you didn't take the pinfall, you don't have to hold yourself accountable. And I know that you do not take responsibility for that loss. And you see, that doesn't sit right with me. The ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination have had to deal with you saying some very derogatory, some very defaming, some very disrespectful things about them, and they deserve to have you feel and suffer the pain of an actual defeat. And I'm gonna give that to you, Dave. I'm gonna get my one-on-one matchup with you, and I'm gonna take your scrawny little shoulders and I'm gonna pin them to the mat. 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't know when and I don't know where yet, but you have my word. Just like I gave my word to my sons and my daughter, just like I gave my word to my wife, just like I gave my word to every man, woman, and child of this Imagination, I would do to you. It ain't over yet, Dave, because I need for you, when you look into the mirror every morning and you make eye contact with your own beady little eyes, for you to admit to yourself the very same disrespectful and derogatory things that you've been saying about this Imagination, that you're no good, that you're not worth it, that you don't belong here. And we'll get to that. But first, I'm going to bring somebody to the ring that I have a great deal of respect and reverence for. Somebody who prevailed against incredible obstacles and odds on Saturday night. A man who retained the Imagine Heavyweight Champion. And I'm talking about your Imagine Heavyweight Champion, all that Braden Elliott. Braden, before I hand this microphone over, I want you to understand something. I'm proud of you, and I'm proud to have you represent the ladies and gentlemen of this Imagination. Hell of a job on Saturday night.
It means a lot to be a two-time Imagine Heavyweight Champion, because I stood in this ring and I said about how much it meant to me 4 months ago. About how much it meant to me to win, to finally win the title for the first time. But it means a lot to me even more now. When I was 17 years old down the hallway, everyone saw me talk for the very first time. And since then, you've seen me grow up, and you've seen me become the man that I am today. And now, as the heavyweight champion once again. I'm going to be the man that you all deserve. I'm going to be the champion that you all deserve. And there's an old saying in professional wrestling, and that's that if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. Which is why there's now a target on my back once again. Kane and Christopher, you want a shot at the title. Greg, you want a shot at my title. Well, there's another guy who wants a shot. There's a guy who's going to get a rematch because he challenged me next week. And if I said no, I wouldn't be the man that I am, that I tell you all that I am, that I come out here each and every single week, and that I tell you I am. Jake Wiley will get a shot at the Imagine Heavyweight title next week. And then it's up to anyone else. Line them up, I'll knock them down. Jake, next week, it's me and you one more time. Because my name is Braden Elliott. And I will never back down.